Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Smart Zoology. Today we will discuss about the new concept, that is phylum Platyhelminthes. Phylum Platyhelminthes. Here we will discuss some concept like introduction about Platyhelminthes, general characteristics and classification. I will conclude with examples of Platyhelminthes. Okay. Now we will start one by one. Like first one, introduction. Introduction. The word Platyhelminthes is derived from Greek word. The word Platyhelminthes is derived from Greek word. Okay. Here the word Platyhelminthes split into two words like platys and helminthes. Okay. Platys means broad or flat. Okay. And helminthes means worm. Helminthes means worm. Okay. Totally we call as broad or flat worms we call as Platyhelminthes. Okay. The animals of this phylum have dorsoventrally flattened. See here, dorsoventrally flattened body and therefore are commonly called as flatworms. Commonly we call as the flatworms. Another name of Platyhelminthes is flatworms. Okay. Here scientist Guggenberg in 1859 flatworms in a separate group and gave the term Platyhelminthes. This phylum includes 15,000 species. The scientist in 1859 he make flatworms in a separate group and also he gave the term Platyhelminthes. Okay, in this phylum includes 15,000 species. 15,000 species, different kinds of species. Okay. Next we go to the second topic, that is general characteristics. Okay. See here, general characteristics. First one, aquatic, found in moist soil, habitat but are mostly parasitic forms. See here, Platyhelminthes found in water, so we call as the aquatic, and it also found in moist soil like wet soil, and it is commonly or mostly parasitic forms. Parasitic nothing but the worms or organism to cause diseases that we call as the parasitic forms. Okay, these are also have to cause diseases, so we call parasitic, and they are coelomates, like nothing but this class do not have true coelom. Okay, and triploblastic nothing but 3 layers, it covers 3 layers like nothing but ectoderm, outermost layer ectoderm, middle layer we call as the mesoderm, and innermost layer we call as the endoderm. Okay, and in this phylum, organ level of body organizations, here we see body organizations. Next, bilaterally symmetrical. These are the bilaterally symmetrical with definite polarity of anterior and posterior ends. See here, one bilateral nothing but when we cut in middle part of organ or organisms, that time we get 2 equal parts. Okay, see here, 2 equal parts. Here anterior portion we call as the head, anterior portion we call as the head, and posterior portion we call as the tail. Okay. Next, dorsoventrally flattened. See here, dorsoventrally flattened, and usually with a well defined ventral surface bearing mouth and gonopore. See here, this is Dorsoventrally flattened body and in ventral surface. Here in ventral surface it have mouth and gonopores. It also have gonopore. Next, muscles are circular and longitudinal. Here in this phylum we see muscles will be in circular form, otherwise longitudinal forms. Circular or longitudinal. Next, presence of great variety of adhesive secretions, organs of attachment and adhesion. For example, hook and suckers. Here we see hook and suckers formation in this phylum. Okay, adhesive secretion nothing but it is able to stick fast to a surface or object, or to stick any object. Okay, and here hooks are helpful for to hold a particular body surface. Okay, and suckers to suck some nutrients or some food materials. Okay, next, digestion system is incomplete without anus. Okay, we can't see anus. See here, anus not there. Yes. Okay, next, skeletal, respiratory and circulatory systems are wanting. Here still developing. Wanting nothing but still developing. Skeletal system, respiratory and circulatory system still wanting. Okay, still developing. Next, excretory system includes lateral canals and the protonephridia. Protonephridia nothing but flame cells. Flame cells, these are very important in this concept. Okay, see in this picture, these are the red color or orange color. Some parts we call as the protonephridia. Okay, or flame cells. See, this is flame cells. And absent in some primitive forms. Sometimes it will be absent. Flame cells will be absent. Next, nervous system primitive ladder-like. See, nervous system is primitive, still developing. And here see ladder-like structures. Okay, here ladder-like structures. And sense organs are simple. Sense organs are simple. Eye spots. See here, eye spots. These are eye spots. Okay, next, or protoreceptors. We commonly call as protoreceptors in free living forms. These are in free living forms. Next one, mostly monoecious or these are hermaprodate with complex reproductive system. These are the monoecious, like nothing but these have only single sex, single gamete, like male or female, and well developed gonads. In male we see gonads, gonoducts and accessory organs. See here, this portion we call as the male. Okay, this is female. In female we see ovary and oviduct, genital folds and penis. Penis is male and testis also male. Okay, next, fertilization is internal, may be cross or self. Fertilization may be internal and it also may be in cross as well as self. Okay, development direct or indirect in the form of larvae, otherwise it will be direct. Next concept, classification of Platyhelminthes. See here, classification. There are mainly 3 types in classes, like first one, Terebellaria, Trematoda and Cystoda. These are the 3 classes we see in Platyhelminthes. Terebellaria, for examples, Planaria and Fasciola. Okay, Fasciola, these are the examples of Tetrabellaria. Next, Trematoda. Examples: Fasciola hepatica and Polystromum. These are the two examples are Trematodas. And next, Cystoda. Examples: Chinia, Solium, like nothing but Tapeworm, and Echinococcus. These are the two examples of Cystoda. Next, we see one by one with examples and characters. First one, class Tetrabellaria. Characters: they are free living flatworms, some are parasitics. These are free living flatworms and some are here parasitic to cause diseases. And the outer layer of the body wall is epidermis. The outer layer we call as the epidermis, and which is cellular or syncytial. Okay, these are the cellular form. Next, body is covered with cilia. We see throughout the body covered with cilia, small hair-like structures. The epidermis contains crystalline rod-like structures called rhabdites. Rhabdites nothing but epidermis contains crystalline rod-like structures that we call as the rhabdites. Okay, next. The body is unsegmented and we can see segmentations in this body, and the mouth is ventral form in the ventral and pharynx is protrusible. Okay, see here. Next, intestine is present and suckers are absent. In intestines we see present. Okay, here intestine present but suckers are absent. Life cycle is simple. Here we see life cycle simple formation. Okay, next. Examples of class Tetrabellaria. For example, Planaria. This is Planaria and Convoluta. This is also example of Tetrabellaria. Next, class Trematoda. Class Trematoda. Characteristics: they have a spiny skin and all trematodes are parasites. In this class, these are all parasites and these have spiny skin, and the body is covered by a cuticle and unsegmented. These body have a layer, that layer we call as the cuticle. Okay, and it is unsegmented. Body is unsegmented. We can see here segmentations. Okay, next, epidermis, cilia and rhabdites are absent. Here we can see epidermis, cilia and rhabdites. Next, the mouth is terminal. Mouth located in terminal portion, and pharynx is not protrusible. Okay, protrusible nothing but capable of being extended a part, that we call as the protrusible. Next, intestine is bifid and suckers are present. Here intestine is bifid. Bifid nothing but a part of animal divided into two equal lobes, that we call as the bifids. Bifid means a part of animal divided into two equal parts, that we call as the bifid, and suckers are present here. Okay, next, the life cycle is complicated by larval forms and intermediate host. Here the life cycle is very complicated. Why? Because larval forms and intermediate host. It will be developed in intermediate host. Next, examples of class Trematoda. Like for examples, Fasciola and Gyrodactylus. Okay. Next, class Cystoda. Cystodes are parasites. Body is covered by a cuticle. These are also parasites. Throughout the body covered with a layer that we call as the cuticle. Okay. The epidermis, cilia and rhabdites are absent. Here also epidermis, cilia and rhabdites are absent. And the body is segmented. We see here body segmentations, and each segment is called as proglottid. Each segment of the body we call as the proglottid. Okay, next. The mouth and alimentary canal are absent. Here mouth and alimentary canal is absent. Okay, next suckers are present, but suckers are present. The life cycle is complicated by larval forms and intermediate host. It is here also we see life cycle complicated form in the larval formation as well as intermediate host and intermediate host. Next, examples of class Cystoda. For example, Chapon we call as the Chania, and Philobothrium. These two examples class Cystoda. Next, reference. I referred here two books like Jordan and Verma, Invertebrate Zoology, and N. Arumugam and his colleagues, Animal Diversity, Invertebrate and Chordata, Saras Publications. I hope you understand this video. Thank you. Please subscribe my channel, share it, like it.